Hi guys, I'm Eileen. Today, I want to share with you the luxury items I used to really like, but for one reason or another, they are no longer on my wish list. I'm actually really glad I didn't buy any of these pieces because otherwise I'll be getting really stressed right now about selling them from my collection. In the past, I focused a lot on taking off my wish list. Every time I bought something, instead of allowing myself the time to enjoy the item, I was obsessed with moving on to the next item to buy. Now that I really slow down, I actually get a clearer picture of how I want my wardrobe to look like. This is why I think it's really important to sleep on it every time you feel like buying something because you might have a change of mind. I do that a lot now. Every time I come across something I like online, I'll leave the item in my basket for days, if not weeks. And many times I'll forget about the item and life goes on. So I guess I just want to say it's okay to miss out sometimes because that might be the best outcome for you. And now without further ado, let's see what are the luxury items I used to really want for my luxury collection. First of all, the Chanel Jumbo Flap is no longer on my wish list. At one point, I really wanted to have one, but when I tried one on in the store, it was quite heavy. But back then, I was quite new to luxury shopping, so I didn't think much about practicality or take into account my own lifestyles. I just thought it looked really classy and versatile, so I needed to have one in my collection. Anyway, I did a bit of research on the bag and a lot of people said the jumbo flap with the single flap design was a lot lighter. So I started looking for one on the pre-loved market. But I'm really glad I didn't come across one, at least one that was perfect for me because I honestly don't think I would have used the bag that much. I have a Chanel classic flap in the size small. And this is actually one of my least used luxury handbags. I feel like I'm just not into flat bags that much in general. At first, I thought the jumbo flap would be useful if I needed to carry more. But now that I know my preferences a lot better, I think I'll much rather carry a small tote bag rather than a big flat bag if I need more space, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think the jumbo flap still looks really beautiful on other people, but it is a classic item that wouldn't have worked out for me, so it's officially off my wish list. Another luxury item I used to have on my wish list is the Hermes Constance 24. I think this is a bag a lot of Hermes lovers would like to have in their collection. I used to think the same, but now I've kind of lost interest in it. Again, I'm not the biggest fan for luxury handbags with a flat design anyway, but my biggest concern for this bag is that it looks quite boxy. I've tried one on in the store before, and even without anything inside the bag, it felt quite bulky. I might be a bit fussy, but I usually prefer to have a top handle if the bag is quite structured. So for example, the Hermes Kelly Salier. In fact, I sold two Chanel boy flaps from my collection before because they were both really boxy and I don't really like that for my shoulder bags. In the past, I used to think the size 24 was better for the Hermes Constance because it just seemed a lot more practical, but now I definitely prefer the size 18. Another wishlist item I'm really glad I didn't get is a luxury long wallet. At one point, there was a trend for long wallets and everyone on YouTube seemed to have one. I used to really enjoy watching other people organize their cards, cash and photos. Personally though, a short wallet or a card holder works better for me because first of all, I prefer smaller handbags anyway. So with a small card holder, I never have to worry about it not fitting inside any of the bags I carry. Secondly, I usually just use the same credit card. In the past, I would carry a bit of cash, but now I try to use contactless as much as possible. Another thing I would need on me is my driving license. So I really don't carry all that much. So it just doesn't make sense to carry a long wallet. So yeah, I'm really glad I didn't follow the trend blindly because if I did buy one, I most likely would have sold it at a loss. A while ago, I also really wanted a Louis Vuitton planner in the GM size and with Damier Ebene canvas. My coworker received one as a birthday present and it really grew on me. I thought to myself, this planner would be a forever piece because the canvas is so durable and classic. And if I had a good planner, I would be so much more organized and life would be so much better. Now, this might all be true, but deep inside me, I knew I didn't need a Louis Vuitton planner to justify planning my life. It might actually add a lot of values for some people, but for me, a cheap and cheerful planner does the job just as well. At the moment, I'm using this yearly planner from Personal Planner, and I've been really enjoying it. This is a fantastic size and the quality is great. And more importantly, I don't have to worry about losing it. Well, I do, but at least it doesn't cost £600 like the Louis Vuitton one. In fact, I think the Louis Vuitton refill costs about £70, and this is half that price, and I can even customize the layout from inside out. Now, if a designer planner really gives you the motivation to plan your life, maybe it is worth the money. But personally, I don't see myself ever buying one. Now, this is not a sponsored video, but I'm really happy Personal Planner has reached out to offer one of you a free yearly planner. If you're interested in joining the giveaway, all you need to do is drop me a message down below and let me know how a planner will improve your life. Another luxury item that used to be on my wish list is the Van Cleef & Arpels vintage alhambra necklace. Some of you know I have the sweet alhambra necklace in rose gold and I wear this pretty much on a daily basis. I also used to own the magic alhambra necklace in mother of pearl, which I sold last year. At one point, I really wanted to add the vintage alhambra necklace to my fine jewelry collection. I'm not sure if it was more for the sake of completion rather than me actually liking the necklace. Anyway, it took me a while to realize, but I really prefer dainty pieces for my necklaces now. Interestingly, I actually really love statement pieces for my bracelets, earrings and rings, but when it comes to necklaces, I just prefer something a bit more low-key and simpler. I think the vintage alhambra necklace is one of their best-selling items, and to be honest, I really like the earrings in this size, but I just don't think the necklace will work out for me. If there's one thing I've learned over the last 10 years of luxury shopping, it is that classic pieces don't always make the best investment items for our wardrobe. So it's really important to acknowledge our own personal needs and preferences. Another luxury item I'm not interested in anymore is an engagement ring. I mentioned in my previous video that I don't actually have a ring, even though my husband and I have been married for 9 years. When we first got married, we were both fairly young and only started working for about 2 years. So I asked my husband to use that money as our house deposit instead. We also had quite a small and personal wedding, which I'm really glad we chose to do. Anyway, years later, when we are in a better financial position, my husband kindly offered to get me a ring. So we went to Cartier, Tiffany Co, De Beers, Chaumet and so on. I was quite close to getting the Chaumet Josephine ring, but at the end, I didn't do it, and I kind of just left it at that. To be honest, I love my jewelry, but I just don't have the desire to get an engagement ring anymore, and I've not been window shopping either. Personally, I don't feel like I'm missing out. If anything, I'm really glad we did what we did because it gave us a head start as a family. Another luxury item that's no longer on my wish list is the Tiffany Co Elsa Peretti Diamond by the Yard necklace. I actually gave one to my sister-in-law in rose gold as her wedding present and it looks amazing on her. So I had been thinking to get one for myself, but now I'm not too sure about getting one from Tiffany Co anymore because first of all, I've seen very similar designs from other brands, including my local jeweler. Secondly, I don't know too much about diamonds anyway, so I'm not sure if I should pay a premium just because it's Tiffany Co. Anyway, if you've come across any similar designs, please let me know. There you have it. Those are the luxury items I've grown out of, and I'm really thankful I didn't rush into buying them. As you can see, many of these items are the very classic and timeless pieces. But that really doesn't mean anything if they are not the right fit for you. So certainly consider your own personal needs, lifestyle, and preferences when buying anything. More importantly, slow down and take good time to think about every single purchase. It's always better to miss out on what might make a good investment piece than spending a fortune on something you might not like. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I will see you in my next one. Have a nice day.